viernes. ¿Qué tal? Buenos días. Vamos arriba, que hoy es viernes. ¡Para la vuelta!
El relajo en la mañana, el que te alegra.
De vuelta, para la vuelta.
Con el relajo me levanto, ready para la vuelta.
De vuelta, para la vuelta.
Si de bochinche se trata, aquí te entera.
De vuelta, para la vuelta.
El relajo en la mañana, este combo no se deja.
Este combo no se deja. ¿Qué tal? Oye, by the way, este combo no se deja.
Para que sepa, Sarabambí.
Ay, señores. ¿Qué tal? Buenos días, Filadelfia, Camden, Cherry Hill, Pensacola, Delaware. ¿Qué tal? Buenos días a toda la gente que está con nosotros en la calle 99.9 FM, la calle 99.9 FM, 1340 AM. ¿Qué tal? Buenos días a nuestra gente de Allentown, el Valle Lehigh, Bethlehem, Easton, Whitehall, Trexeltown, Macon, Jimeos, Kutztown, Coplay. ¿Qué tal Quakertown? ¿Qué tal Wingap? ¿Qué tal Nazareth? ¿Qué tal toda la gente que está con nosotros? Los Póconos también, los Póconos.
Yes.
La gente que está con nosotros en la Mega 101.7 FM. ¿Qué tal? Buenos días, Reading, West Reading, Lebanon. Ahí está la Mega 92.9 FM. ¿Qué tal? Buenos días, Lancaster, York, Harrisburg. Hello, good morning a toda la gente que está con nosotros ahí en la Mega 107.1 FM. La gente de New Jersey se queja. Phillipsburg también, la gente de Phillipsburg, New Jersey, que también están conectados. Sí, está bien. We know, New Jersey. We know.
Lo que pasa es que ustedes son parte de la familia. Están ahí al
Seguro.
lado.
Ustedes son primos. Estamos hablando de los hermanos. Ustedes son primos. Buenos días, Diamond Boy.
¡Eso es! ¡Viernes! ¡Buenos días,
De camino al trabajo voy a vacilar.
Con este como el loco siempre perrea. Oye.
Mi radio suena tempranito, el relajo voy a sintonizar. De camino al trabajo voy a vacilar.
Con este como el loco siempre perrea.
El relajo yo lo pongo en mi radio suena.
Oh yeah. That's right, baby.
Ese relajo, pa' divertirte, ese relajo, pa' divertirte, con mucho chisme, pa' divertirte, ese relajo, pa' divertirte, ese relajo, pa' divertirte, en la mañana.
Para divertirte. ¿Qué tal? Buenos días, Corillo, y toda la gente que se conecta con nosotros. Buenos días a los facebookeros, la gente del Facebook Live. Estamos en vivo en Facebook, el Relajo USA, el Relajo USA. ¿Qué tal? Buenos días a la gente del YouTube. También estamos en el YouTube.
Eso.
Tenemos nuestro canal de YouTube también. ¿Cómo se llama? El Relajo USA.
Para que sepa.
Saluditos a la gente que está en Roku.
Yeah.
Estamos en Roku TV. Busque si usted tiene un televisor Roku. Si usted tiene un televisor Roku, busque Megavisión. Megavisión son dos palabras, Megavisión, y ahí estamos en Roku TV, donde quiera que usted esté, Florida, Texas, California, Nueva York, Carolina del Norte, Georgia, donde quiera que usted esté, ahí estamos en Megavisión en Roku TV. Y por supuesto, acá en el Valle Lehigh estamos en RCN, canal 37 RCN, en nuestra aplicación, Tu Música App, All right. Bueno, hoy es viernes, señoras y señores, por fin llegó el viernes, amén. Por fin estamos aquí, así que vamos con la barrita de Diamond. Yes. Oh yeah. ¿Sabe que todos los viernes tenemos la barrita de Diamond?
Yes, sir.
Todos los viernes tenemos la barrita de Diamond, que es lo importante. Y si es viernes, si es viernes y abrimos la barrita de Diamond, hay que llamar a la muchacha chula de Chihuahua.
Una muchacha chula de Chihuahua me vendió una machaca.
A beber te ha dicho.
Una muchacha chula de Chihuahua
me vendió una machaca. Me vendió una machaca una muchacha chula de Chihuahua. Vamos a poner la cámara, espérate.
Una machaca una muchacha
Chula de Chihuahua. Oh yeah. Ahí está la barrita. Oh yeah, señoras y señores, todos los viernes, para los que no conocen, for those of you who don't know our morning show, todos los viernes abrimos la barrita de Diamond.
Yes, sir.
Es una oportunidad de celebrar que llegó el viernes.
Oh, yes.
Y no vamos a negarlo, es una oportunidad para nosotros beber también. yo diría más una excusa. Yo diría más una excusa para nosotros beber. Si usted nunca ha visto la barrita de Diamond, para que usted vea que esto es de verdura, la tenemos ahora. Si usted va a nuestro canal de YouTube, el Relajo USA o Facebook, ahí está la barrita de Diamond con su Las Vegas sign.
El Ruku se ve más bonita.
El Ruku se ve bonita. Todos los viernes en este programa, Diamond nos hace una bebida para, ¿verdad?, dar comienzo al weekend. Maestro, díganos qué vamos a beber hoy.
Papi, como yo siempre dedico tragos, siempre hago una dedicación a algo que ha pasado, algo que viene.
Ajá.
El trago de hoy se llama el Superintendente.
The Superintendent. Ok, there you
¿Por qué? Porque me gusta joder.
Ya veo. El trago de hoy.
It makes an easy transition.
El trago de hoy se llama el Superintendente. ¿Qué conlleva este trago Superintendente, Diamond Boy?
Ron oscuro.
No comments. Ajá.
Crema de coco.
Ok. Ron oscuro, crema de coco. Ajá.
Jugo de piña. Y jugo de mango.
Diablo, Diamond. Jugo de mango con jugo de piña, coco. No, eso es una bomba lo que tú vas a hacer hoy. Jugo de piña.
¿Dónde no se notaba la noche?
Jugo de piña, jugo de mango, crema de coco y ron oscuro. All right. Bueno, pues señores, vamos a ver qué mejunje nos trae
ya lo
hoy.
sabe, mi gente. Como yo preparo el trago para mí, para Villa, y lo hago doble, pero usted lo puede hacer doble para usted o lo hace sencillo.
Dale, entren a nuestro canal de YouTube, nuestro canal de Facebook, el Relajo USA, estamos en vivo. Ahí usted ve a Diamond preparando el traguito, él ahí.
Son 2 onzas de ron oscuro.
2 onzas de ron oscuro. Puede ser cualquier ron, entonces, después que sea oscuro. Ok, son 2 onzas de ron oscuro. Vamos a ver. Ahí está el hombre preparando su traguito. Ahí está, 2 onzas de ron oscuro. No estoy convencido con la mezcla de piña con mango esa que tú vas a hacer ahí, pero no estoy convencido, pero tú me has sorprendido.
4 onzas de juguito de piña.
4 onzas de jugo de piña.
Por cierto, si usted quiere de los mejores jugos, los jugos Everfresh son los mejores que hay en el mercado. Compre su juguito Everfresh en el día de hoy. Gracias a nuestros amigos de Everfresh que nos han traído 3 carriles de jugo.
Si usted se pregunta por qué todos los tragos lo hacemos con los mismos jugos,
llevo un año tratando de acabar
tenemos una paleta de jugo de piña y de jugo de mango. Tenemos una paleta que nos dio la gente de Everfresh. Yo creo que llevamos 2 años con ella. Ay, señor. All right, ¿cuál es? Que tú dijiste 4 onzas de jugo de piña. Son 2 onzas de ron oscuro, 4 onzas. Espérate, ¿son 4 onzas o tú lo doblaste porque lo estás haciendo?
No, el doble para nosotros. Acuérdate que yo tengo que hacer doble.
Por eso, pero son 4 onzas para un solo trago.
Exacto, 4 oncitas.
Son 2 onzas de ron oscuro, 4 onzas de piña, de jugo de piña.
Entonces, 1 onza de cream of coconut.
Cream of coconut. Nunca he probado yo en mi vida eso.
Sí, esto es diferente a la crema de coco, pero es nice.
All right. So, 1 onza de crema de coco. No sé, yo espero que sepa piña colada la cuestión. Yo espero que sepa piña colada. 2 onzas de ron oscuro, 4 onzas de jugo de piña, 1 onza de crema de coco. ¿Y cuánto de mango?
1 oncita.
1 onza de mango.
Sí, esto es para tapar.
Ok, there you go. So, ya está, señoras y señores. Ahí está el hombre preparando su traguito en la barrita de Diamond. Todos los viernes. All right, here we go. 1 onza de mango. Repetimos, 2 onzas de ron oscuro, 4 onzas de jugo de piña, 1 onza de crema de coco y 1 onza de mango. Ese es el Superintendent. Ahí está. Here you go.
And then you just shake it. Shake it.
There you go.
Shake it all around.
Shake it, baby. There you go. El sonido ese tan feliz mañanero.
Dice shake it, don't break it. It took your mommy 9 months to make it.
Si usted escucha ese sonido un viernes por la mañana, you know it's going to be a good day. All right, there you go, señoras y señores. Ahí está. Vamos a ver a qué sabe el mejunje este. No me eche mucho por si acaso, no me eche mucho. Está bien así, ya, no me eche mucho, ya. No me eche mucho. Oh, le vas a poner una cherry también. Lo vamos a decorar con una cherry también. All right, nice. All right. Para darle color con la cherry. So, by the way, los que no saben o los que no escuchan el programa, esto lo hacemos todos los viernes. Y a veces lo hacemos los martes también, pero mayormente son los viernes que hacemos esto. All right, so there you go. Aquí está el superintendente, our Friday drink, el superintendente. Ahí está. There you go. Vamos a venirlo aquí. All right, so señoras y señores, salud.
Muchas gracias a ustedes.
Gracias a ustedes, yes.
Gracias por esos ratings que nos dan. Gracias por compartir con nosotros todas las mañanas. Y gracias por hacernos el número 1. Pero ni de cerca, de LJ.
De LJ.
So, gracias por ese cariño. De
Number
sí.
1.
Yes, thank you, baby.
Por encima de todas las emisoras gringas.
Amén.
No número 1 en español, no. Número 1 por encima de todo el mundo.
Yes.
Gracias. Vamos a probar esto.
Salud.
Vamos a probar esto. Salud, papi. Salud.
Y bendiciones a Villa, que todavía estamos celebrando el cumpleaños el mes completo.
Sí, seguro. Oh, by the way, la semana que viene Jessica Reyes cumple la semana. El 24 cumple Jessica Reyes. A ver, vamos a beber esto, vamos a ver.
Es como una piñita colada.
Exacto.
Pero no espesa.
Oh, wow. It's good.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's good.
Le hace falta como unas vacaciones.
Se me olvidó que tenía ron y me dio un buche de...
No, pero está suave.
Como que tengo sed. Esta mañana me levanté con sed y me lo tomé como si fuera agua. Se me olvidó que tenía ron. But it's good. It's good. De verdad que sí.
No, está nice.
All right.
Le hace falta como una piscina, una playa.
Le hace falta como Wildwood.
Sí, estoy de acuerdo.
Guarda esta receta para cuando estemos en Wildwood la haga.
Oh, yeah.
It's good.
I like it.
De verdad,
So, ahí
de
lo
verdad.
tienen, el
Sí,
superintendente.
Ahí está. Ahí está, señoras y señores. Y si es viernes, es la barrita de Mr. Diamond Boy Luis. Oh, yeah. La barrita de Diamond.
Eso.
Una muchacha chula de Chihuahua me llegó una machaca. Una muchacha chula de Chihuahua me vendió una machaca. ¿Qué es lo que hizo? Me vendió una machaca una muchacha chula de Chihuahua. Me vendió una machaca una muchacha chula de Chihuahua.
Eso.
Ay, es que para el show de hoy hay que beber.
Yes. Happy Friday.
Para el show de hoy hay que beber. Ok, bueno, pues señores, vamos al grano. By the way, yo sé que hay mucha gente escuchando hoy. I know there's a lot of people listening today.
¿Sí habla más en inglés?
Sí, no, hoy vamos a hacer el segmento más en inglés que en español. We'll make sure that we translate. I know there's a lot of non-Spanish speaking people listening this morning, paying attention to what am I going to say.
Welcome, new listeners.
Welcome, new listeners. We are inclusive in this show. We don't just want Latinos to listen to the show. No. We want more than just Latinos. We want to be inclusive. All right. So anoche fue la reunión del Allentown School Board. Aquí lo hablamos, aquí lo dijimos, lo promocionamos. De verdad, no puedo decir honestamente cuánta gente fue, porque el cuarto donde está la junta escolar, pues no es un cuarto muy grande. Ese cuarto estaba lleno. Entonces tenían sillas afuera para que gente, como un overflow room afuera con sillas, y cerraron las puertas, entonces yo no podía ver afuera. No sé cuánta gente había afuera.
Por la seguridad que trajeron, bastante, porque había extra security anoche.
Señores, había hasta una patrulla de la policía parqueada al frente del school board, ¿ok? Hasta una patrulla de la policía pusieron frente. Parece que sabían que Diamond iba, entonces. ¿Que viene quién? ¿El charlatán ese? No. Pusieron hasta una patrulla de policía afuera. Adentro habían como 5 guardias de seguridad. Pusieron sillas afuera y obviamente adentro. No pude ver cuánta gente había afuera. Si usted era uno de los que estaba afuera, pues qué bueno. Pero por lo menos el cuarto principal, donde estaba la junta escolar, estaba lleno a capacidad, which is good. ¿Ok? El día de ayer, para los que escuchan el programa todos los días, ¿qué yo dije el día de ayer? Yo dije ayer que a mí me habían llamado, porque a mí me llama mucha gente, que a mí me habían llamado y me habían dicho que ya habían rumores en la calle de que esto lo iban a convertir en algo racista, en algo de raza. De que ya en la calle estaban diciendo que nosotros estábamos oponiéndonos y protestando porque la candidata a superintendente era afroamericana. Yo lo dije ayer aquí. Yo dije, señores, prepárense. Ya me llamaron, ya me dijeron que quieren convertir esto en que es algo de raza. De que nosotros estamos en contra porque no es un latino y nosotros lo que queremos es a un latino y como ella es afroamericana nos vamos a ir en contra de ella. Yo lo dije ayer porque a mí me llama gente. A mí hay gente que me llama y me lo dijeron. Ville, ya están diciendo que nosotros lo que estamos haciendo es peleando porque es por raza, porque ella es negra. No. Y yo lo dije ayer. Y anoche yo lo dije. Yo no me quedé callado anoche. Yo tuve la oportunidad de hablar en 2 ocasiones y en ambas ocasiones fui bien claro. Y lo dije ayer y lo voy a repetir hoy. Nosotros en ningún momento cuestionamos la capacidad de la doctora Briggs. Nosotros en ningún momento cuestionamos su capacidad, su resumen, su habilidad, su talento. En ningún momento se ha hablado de eso. En ningún momento aquí se ha dicho que ella no cuente con la capacidad. Aquí nunca hemos dicho que a lo mejor ella podría ser la mejor superintendente que podamos tener en la historia. Aquí nunca se ha cuestionado a la señora. Yo creo que la hemos tratado con mucho respeto. Aquí lo que siempre se ha cuestionado y de lo que se ha hablado es de la manera en la que la Junta Escolar están actuando como una mafia y ellos hacen lo que les da la gana. Y están tomando decisiones internas sin consultarlas con el pueblo, sin hablar con el público, sin preguntarle a los padres. Mira si se están comportando como una mafia, que ellos tuvieron un retiro y solamente fueron 7, dejaron a 2 afuera. Y esos 7 hicieron el clan, esos 7 se reunieron, hicieron el combo, el paquete, dejaron a 2 fuera. Y anoche nos enteramos de que le dijeron a una de ellas, habían dos miembros de la Junta Escolar, que irónicamente las 2 son afroamericanas. Y les dijeron que no les importaba si ellas se oponían o no, porque ella esto estaba planchado. Eso es lo que estábamos criticando. Estábamos criticando el que hubo una unión entre padres y líderes latinos que solicitaron una reunión, que solicitaron ser parte del proceso, que enviaron una carta, o sea, por escrito, pidieron ser parte del proceso. Y la presidenta de la Junta Escolar nunca se lo dijo al resto de los miembros de la Junta. Ellos ni se enteraron de que había un grupo de líderes, padres, hispanos, latinos, que querían ser parte, que querían hablar, que querían contribuir. Ellos nunca se enteraron y anoche lo admitieron. Anoche admitieron que ellos no sabían, nunca se enteraron. Eso es lo que estábamos protestando. De eso era lo que nos estábamos quejando. No tiene nada que ver con raza. Es con el proceso y la manera en que ellos están haciendo las cosas. Anoche se convirtió la reunión en una reunión de raza. Anoche se pusieron a decir y tuvieron allí los timbales que lo que pasa es que nosotros nunca vamos a estar contentos porque como ella no es latina, pues nosotros nunca vamos a estar contentos. Que nosotros le hemos faltado el respeto a ella, la doctora Briggs, que nosotros le estábamos faltando el respeto por cuestionarla a ella. No, nunca la estamos cuestionando a ella, es a ustedes que los estamos cuestionando. Ellos se escondieron detrás de la bandera de raza. Ellos quisieron poner a los, como dicen en inglés, they wanted to put black and brown together. And I'm going to switch to English now. I'm going to switch to English because I want to make sure that for those of you who I know are listening today and don't speak Spanish, I want to make sure that no one can translate my words into something that I didn't say. So I want to make sure that everybody understands me. We never question. We never questioned. We never had any questions about her capabilities, her ability, her resume. Never. We questioned the process. There was no need for last night for this meeting to be turned into a race conflict or race issue. A group of Latino parents, Latino leaders got together. They sent a letter. They requested a meeting. And the president and vice president of the school board never told the rest of the board. They never heard, they never knew that there were people from the community interested in being part of the process. That's wrong. You go out into a retreat, the 7 of you make a decision, and then you don't even have the respect to notify the 2 other members of that board. And it's funny because you're accusing us of playing the race card and only wanting a Latino superintendent, and yet there's 2 African American women in the school board that you guys disrespected by not even notifying them about the process, not even notifying them of what your decision was. So it has nothing to do with race. You have 2 African American board members who you guys left out. Why? Because you knew that they were not going to play ball. You knew they were not happy with you guys making this decision without including the people, the community, the parents. And that's exactly what you guys did. So nothing to do with race. And I said it in Spanish, and I'm going to say it again. Yesterday, in this same morning show, I told my audience that I received a call and that I was already told that that was going to be the plan. I got a call the day before yesterday, and I was told, VJ, get ready, because I am being told that they're going to turn this into a race thing. They're going to turn this into a Latinos versus black thing. And I told the audience yesterday, I said yesterday in this show, get ready. I'm being told that this is going to turn into a race thing. And what happened last night? Exactly that. They wanted to turn this into a black and brown problem, a black and brown issue, and it was never a black and brown issue.
And it still not is.
And it still not is. The problem here is not the candidate. The problem here is you. You, the Allentown School District Board, you are the problem. And the way you do things and the way you have been doing things without telling the community, without having the community's input, that was the problem. And then you get behind this race thing in order to justify your shortcomings and your lack of transparency and your backroom meetings, plotting and deciding whatever the hell you want to decide because, you know, I guess you have your own agenda, whatever the reason is. So I said it yesterday, get ready. They're going to turn this into a race thing. Someone even got the cojones to get up there and look at me right in the face and said, oh, if this was a Latino candidate, would you be here complaining? And the answer is yes. Yes. Because it was never about the candidate. It was about the school board and their sneaky politics. That's what happened last night. You tried, though. You tried good. You tried hard. You tried really good and you tried really hard. And you voted anyway. All we asked for, and by the way, 2 board school members requested a pause, requested an opportunity to just wait another month so the community can have an input. Just wait another month so you can guys do a search, interview all the candidates. So it wasn't us. It wasn't the Latinos in the room. You had 2 African American board members asking, requesting that you guys pause, that you guys take a breather, that you guys do your job and search and interview other candidates. Because you guys didn't even do that. You didn't do a search. You didn't interview anyone else. Black, white, brown, Chinese, yellow, alien, doesn't matter. You guys didn't even look for anybody else. So please, spare me for the whole race thing. No, it's called transparency. It's called doing your job. You are elected officials. Your job is to consult with us, the people. That's your job. And if you don't like it, then get out. Get another job. Do something else. If you want to get in there because you were elected and do whatever the hell you want, then get another job. Go somewhere else. Because when you are a public servant, when you are an elected official, you do what we say. And we ask you for a meeting. We ask you to be taken in consideration. We ask you to be part of the process. And I said it last night and I'm going to say it again. Do I defend my people? Absolutely. Do I demand representation? Absolutely. Do I fight for my people? Absolutely. Absolutely. But one thing has nothing to do with the other. The Allentown School District has a problem with representation. Look at the administration in the Allentown School District. In a district where 76% of the population is Latino, we don't have representation. So of course I'm going to fight for that. Of course I'm going to demand that we have representation and that you do a better job of making sure that there is a diverse staff in the Allentown School District. Absolutely. Maybe that's the problem, that you guys are not used to someone demanding. I'm not asking, I'm demanding. The community, the leaders of the community are demanding that we have a more inclusive, that we have a more transparent, that we have a more integrated staff, both in the school level and the administrative level, which we don't. And because we are demanding those things, all of a sudden, all of a sudden, all they want is a Latino superintendent and they will never be happy. No, all we want is for you to do your job. You never search for another candidate. You never interview with anybody else. You made your decision on your own without talking to anyone. You decided this was going to be the candidate, and you didn't give a damn about what anybody else had to say, and you made your decision. In secret, behind closed doors. That's what happened. And again, I'm making sure that I'm speaking in English, so no one has to translate for you what I said, and no one can then change my words or the meaning of my words by translating them. I'm being clear, I'm being honest, whether you like it or not. I'm switching back to Spanish now. Do we have a SAP button on the radio? Señores, lo de anoche fue tan ridículo. You know what? Let me say it in English because I want to make sure. Let me go back to English because I want to make sure that it was so ridiculous last night. These people are so incompetent that at one point in the meeting, one of the school board members said, well, I'll make a motion so we can approve the 3-year contract for our superintendent, our 3-year contract. And the lawyer goes, excuse me. It's not a 3-year contract. It goes all the way until 2027.
They don't even read what they
They
vote on.
didn't even read the freaking contract. They didn't even know that the contract was all the way until 2027. That's how stupid these people are.
Or lazy.
Well, lazy, yeah. So they're there complaining. They're there in their high horse. They didn't even bother to read the freaking contract. You should have seen their face. They were looking at each other like, what? 2020 what? 20 what? 2027? Oops. That's how transparent you were. That no one knew that this contract was all the way until 2027. It's ridiculous.
They didn't even know they gave away $1 million last night.
Yeah, because this contract every year has a raise. Mm-hmm. So that's a good point. So if they didn't know that the contract was all the way up to 2027, then that means they don't know how much of a raise the superintendent is getting every year, because they didn't read the contract. Mm-hmm. They didn't know the contract was all the way into 2027. So I'm assuming that if they didn't know that the contract was all the way up to 2027, then that means they don't know what are the bonuses mm-hmm. that the superintendent is going to get.
And if you're wondering why I say it $1 million, because she's starting at $250,000.
Yeah, exactly. So the salary starts at $250,000, and so every year she gets a raise. Every year she gets bonuses. So when you add up, if she's here the whole contract, which I have my doubt that she will,
but we hope.
That means she's gonna keep racking money between now and then, and I hope she does. I hope she sticks around. That's what we want. And I said it last night, and I say it again. And I told her right in front of everyone. I got up and I told her, this has nothing to do with Miss Briggs. The problem is that the same thing they were saying last night about her, how great she is, how competent she is, how prepared she is, how she is the best ever. That's the same thing they told us about the guy that left. That's the same thing they said about the other guy that left. That's the same thing about the other guy and the other guy and the other guy. They have said the same thing about the last 7 superintendents. Oh, they're great. Oh my God, now we got real change. Oh my God, now we found the one. Oh my goodness, please, this person is super prepared and he's an expert and he's gonna change the school district, and then they leave. Or they get fired.
They still get paid, though. They still get paid.
Yes.
With a lot of money.
So I apologize for not believing you when you have been giving us the same movie for the last 7 superintendents. So Ms. Briggs, I'm sorry that you are caught up in this chaos, but you please understand that we've been given the same show every single time, and we've had enough. Because this is the same thing they said about the other one and the other. Oh my God, now, oh, you don't understand, people. This is the one. This is the one. And then fail, and then fail, and then fail. So that's why we're upset, because we had enough. It took us seven superintendents for us to finally get up and demand an explanation. And demand that a process is followed, and demand that the process is open and transparent. We had enough. And I really hope that a year from now or 2 years from now, once again, we're not in this same situation. Because I would like to talk to them then. If this happens again, I would like to see what their excuse is going to be. Now I'm going back to Spanish.
Ahora sí.
Now I'm going back to Spanish. Wait, no, I got more to say in
okay.
English.
Oh,
Wait,
espérate.
I got more to say in English. I got more to say in English.
Paren, síganlo con los subtítulos, síganlo.
Don't go anywhere. I'm going to keep going in English. Again, I just want to make sure that you understand me, understand my frustration. And it's not just my frustration. It's the frustration of a group of parents and community leaders who have been getting together, who have been doing meetings, who again try to do the proper thing, which is send a letter, request a meeting. Here, this group of people are trying to do things properly, right? Follow the chain of command, right? Let me get together, let's put a letter, let's submit the letter, let's request a meeting, and we were ignored. We were turned away. We were, left hanging. You know what I learned last night?
That the governor makes less money than the new superintendent? Yes, I learned that too.
Do you know that the Allentown school superintendent is going to make more money than the governor of the state of Pennsylvania?
Yeah, no, that wasn't a joke. That's actually true.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't put the laugh track, because I want to make sure that this. So the Allentown school superintendent is going to make more money. We're going to pay this person more money than the governor of the state. I'm sorry, but I think the governor of the state has a bigger, harder job than the Allentown superintendent. I'm just... So the governor makes $220,000 a year. $220,000 a year. That's the salary of the governor. The Allentown superintendent is going to make $250,000 salary. That doesn't include any bonuses that she may have in the contract. $250,000. And the governor makes $220,000. She's making more than the mayor. That I found out last night. So you see, I don't know at all. But when I heard that last night, I looked it up. I'm like, wait, what? And I looked it up. I went online. Yes, the governor makes $220,000 a year. The lieutenant governor makes $178,000 a year. And the Allentown school superintendent is going to make more than $250,000. And then you still have people that get up there and go, well, no, that's a competitive salary because, if you look at other superintendents, that's what they're paying. Well, just because another superintendents are getting that money doesn't mean he's right. And it doesn't mean you can afford it. How about that? How about the fact that you can't afford a $250,000 job salary? So you pay this position more than the governor, and you know how you fix this? By raising taxes. That's how you fix it. But you have to understand that, in other cities they're paying this. I don't care about other cities. And you can't afford it. You don't have the money. So I'm the owner of this radio station. Diamond comes to me and he says, I want you to pay me $1 million. A man with experience, a man with talent, a man that's worked in other radio stations in big markets, Washington, LA, New York. He may be worth $1 million. Can I afford it? No! Thank you, Diamond. I would love to have you, but I can't pay you $1 million. I can't pay you $500,000. I can't pay you $200,000. So what do? I have to look for someone else. He may not be as good as Diamond. He may not be as talented as Diamond. He may not have the experience that Diamond has, but I can't afford him. The only difference is that I don't get to raise taxes. That's the difference. The difference is I don't get to go and steal money from somebody else to pay him. As a business owner, I have to live within my means. Not the Allentown School District. No. They hire someone they can't afford, and then they go and raise taxes 5 years in a row. Oh, and by the way, I'm being told you guys are getting ready to raise taxes again next year. So it doesn't matter what other cities pay their superintendent. Can you afford it? The answer is no. So please learn to live within your means. And that's what happened when we elect people that don't have any idea what running a business is. They have no idea what it takes to really balance a budget and live within your means. You have people in that board that have no clue what it is to have a budget, to have to deal with payroll, to have to really squeeze a penny to get the maximum you can out of it. Because that's not how you run a business. If you can't afford it, then you can't afford it. Find another way. Get creative. Well, Diamond, I can't pay you $1 million, but I tell you what, I'll give you $100,000, and then I'll give you some bonuses, and let's make a 5-year deal. And and if the station grows, and if we make more money, then I'll give you a little bit more. We negotiate, and if he takes us, great, and if he doesn't, then we move on. That's how you do business. But yeah, our Allentown school superintendent is going to make more than the governor. I bet you anything Shapiro wished he could have been the school superintendent. Right? Shapiro, come and be the superintendent, bro. You can make more money down here.
And less headaches.
So, that's... Oh, and don't even get me started with some of the comments that some of the school board people made. Oh, they were upset. They were mad that we were questioning their morals, that we were questioning their ¿cómo que se llama este?
Integrity.
Their integrity. Oh my goodness, how dare you question my integrity?
The best comment was, I'm not spending time with my family. No, because you're doing a freaking job.
Yeah. Don't complain that you are not spending time with your family. You chose to do that.
Yeah, that was one of the biggest.
So don't whine about the fact that, oh my God, you're sacrificing so much to do this. You chose to do it. You chose. I can't say, well, I want to do the morning show and then complain that I have to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning every day. Go to my boss, well, man, I have to get up every morning, man. Imagine, I get hired, I choose to take this job, right? It takes me getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And now I go to my boss and say, man, dude, I'm waking up every day at 4.
I'd rather be home.
I'd rather be home sleeping, bro. I'd rather be home until 8 o'clock in the morning sleeping. What do you think my boss is going to look at me and tell me?
Oh, that's okay.
No, that's a job you chose. So don't whine and complain, oh my God, about how much sacrifice. But then you know what? Leave. Please get out of the way. Let someone else do the job. Someone that wants to do the job. Don't bitch and complain about the fact that you're taking time away from your family. Who decided that? You did. Now, if you're complaining because now that you're in it, you don't get to do whatever you want to do, then that's a whole different conversation. But you're there to work for us. We are the boss. And that's the problem that we have with all politicians. They get in there, and then they want to do whatever the hell they want. And then you question them, and they get offended that you're questioning it.
They get upset when they get called out.
Then you call them out, and they're all offended. No, you are an elected official. You chose to do this. And don't even get me started with Patrick Palmer.
Well, he wasn't elected, so.
Don't even get me elected with Patrick Palmer. And I hope he's listening. And if he's not, then please make sure he listens to this. Because he's one of the ones that got out there, oh, how dare you question my integrity. And we make our own decisions. And you elected us for us to make the decisions. I'm like, whoa, what? He dared to challenge the fact that because they were elected, they were chosen for them to make the decisions. I'm like, wait, what? So we're not allowed to question you? We're not allowed to challenge you because you were elected, and now that you're elected, that means that you get to do whatever the hell you want? And yes, let me remind you, you were not elected, sir. You were appointed to that chair. So you can't call yourself an elected official yet. You were appointed. And I will also say, Mr. Patrick Palmer, that since you were appointed to that chair in January of 2022, I guess 2021, you've been running around the city looking for something else to do. You care so much about the kids, and you love so much, and this is what you wanted to do, be a school board member, and yet you wanted to be appointed to be Allentown City Council. And right now you wanted to run for judge. So even though you just got there, you can't wait to get the hell out. Which, by the way, I also found out that Mr. Patrick Palmer wanted to run for judge.
No, I see.
Yeah, he wants to run for judge. But he showed up late to turn in his signatures. So he was disqualified. Here's a guy that have run for city council, that has run for mayor, lost every single time. Everything he's run for, he's lost. Here's a guy that gets finally appointed to be in the school board, right? He finally has an elected official position. And while he's there, he's trying to be appointed to the school board, to the city council. And while he's there, he's trying to be a judge. Well, he couldn't even turn in his signatures on time. He showed up there after 4 o'clock, so he got disqualified. And guess what? Now he can't run for judge either. So don't sit there and lecture us. About how much you do this and how much you sacrifice and how much you are there to make the decisions when you can't wait to get the hell out. You don't want to be a school board member. You don't want to do that. You took it only so you can use it as a stepping stone so you can move ahead politically, and you can't even do that. You aren't even competent enough to show up on time and turn in your signatures. And you sit there and dare to challenge. Well, that's why you elect people, so they can make the decisions. No, we elect you so we can then, through you, express our feelings and what we want. That's why we elect you. That's why we elect you. I'm telling you, this whole thing is a circus. But again, the problem here is that you guys are not used to being questioned. You are not used to being challenged. And that has now changed, because we are here to question everything. And we're here to demand transparency out of city council, out of the Allentown School Board, out of the parking authority. We are done. Next week, we are going to the parking authority meeting. That's next. And the same thing with city council, and the same thing with the Lehigh County commissioners. We're done. We are done waiting for you guys to include us. We are done waiting for you guys to give us an opportunity. We are done for you to allow us to express ourselves. No, we're going to now demand that you listen to us, demand that you pay attention to us, demand that you take us into consideration.
And we demand explanations,
Amen.
especially when it's our money.
Amen.
Because they
Amen.
played with your money last night.
Yeah. Amen. Amen. So once again, this had nothing to do with Dr. Briggs and her abilities and capabilities. This was all about the Allentown School Board.
And by the way, the invitation was made to her whenever she wants to come
No,
in.
that's what I was going to say next. After the meeting,
It was extended to her.
after the meeting, I had a chance to speak with her. By the way, during her speech, once she was sworn in, once they voted for her, in her speech, she said that she wanted to be a partner with us. When I mean us, this morning show, this radio station. She wants to be a partner, and I said yes, absolutely. Afterwards, she came and talked to me. I went and talked to her, and I said, absolutely, I want you to come to the radio station. You know why? Because we have never had a superintendent calling us, asking us to speak to the community. Never. Never. And the time that I've been here, a superintendent has never reached out. And then you wonder why we're upset. And then you wonder why we demand representation. When you have someone who's going to lead 77% of a Latino population in the school district, and they don't even bother to pick up the phone and say, hey, can I come in? Can I talk to the community through your radio station? Can I reach out? No one has done it. So she said yes. She said she's coming. We're going to arrange it. I asked her if she could come in today. She said obviously she had another meeting at 8 o'clock this morning, so she can't make it today, which I completely understand.
And the invitation was done to the school board as well.
Oh, absolutely. So,
Para que no digan.
yeah, we spoke to different members afterwards, and we told them they're more than welcome. I gave some of the school members my information, my personal cell phone. I gave these people my personal cell phone. There's no excuse. Here's my number. You can call me anytime you want.
Ville le dio hasta la cuenta de Amazon, por si acaso.
La Prime.
La de Prime, que ahí se pueden hablar.
So I appreciate Ms. Brinks reaching out last night and offered to come here, which we can't wait. We want to hear. We want the Allentown school parents to hear what she has to say, what her plan is, how she's going to tackle all these different problems that our schools have, the budget problems our schools have. Last night there was a lady that works ¿con qué trabaja ella?
Ella trabaja
Con la comida.
Sí, son los que sirven desayuno y almuerzo.
Last night we had a lady there
From the food department.
from the food department. And she had a good point. You know what her problem was? That we were giving a $250,000 contract to a superintendent, and yet the food workers haven't had a contract in 2 years.
No, y los ignoraron porque tenían una
Yes,
reunión. Y
they had a meeting set up for,
In
I think
June.
it was 2022.
Yeah, June of last year, yeah.
And they canceled that meeting, and they haven't met since. So the food workers are working without a contract. I mean, again, come on, people. We got some serious problems here. School teachers haven't gotten a raise. I don't even know in how long. So I am glad that she asked us to be on. I invited her to be on, so it was reciprocal. And so I can't wait to have her here. Like we always say when we have guests in our studio, we are respectful, we are professionals, and we will treat her and anyone with respect and professionalism. And yes, I want her to tell the community what her plans are and what she wants to do and how she going to try to make the school district better. That's what we want to hear now. We should have heard that before.
Yeah.
Right? There should have been an open forum. There should have been a meeting where she had the opportunity to tell the community what her plans were.
Yeah, but that's called a process.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. So because that process, she might have told the school board, she might have told you guys during the job interview, but she didn't tell us, the community. Oh, but she's been walking around talking to people. That's not the way to do it. That's not the way to do it. But anyway. So we now congratulate Miss Briggs on being the Allentown superintendent. We wish her the best because her success is the success of our community, the success of our kids. We hope that she could be here for more than 2 years, and we hope that she could be here for 3, 5, 6, 7, so we can have some stability on our school district and our school system. And anything that we can do to help her, we are here 100%. 100%. Because again, her success means the success of our kids at the end of the day. And we need better school. And we need to fix our schools. And we need to make sure our schools have heater. And we need to make sure our schools have air conditioning. And we need to make sure our schools are safe. And we need to make sure our kids got laptops and computers and technology and books.
And lunch, since they don't have the lunch workers don't have a contract, they need lunch, or the kids need lunch. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and we need lunch too.
Yeah.
So all of those things are on the table, which is why I wish that she will be not only the best we've ever had, but the one that is going to stick around.
Can we ask her not to raise the taxes also, please?
She had nothing to do with it. That's the school board. That's the school board.
Pero ya los conoce, ya los conoce.
So that's what happened last night. And it was sad that the attention was tried to be diverted towards, oh, this is about race and all you want is a Latino. Would I like the Latino superintendent? Absolutely. Absolutely, but it's not a deal breaker. It's not a deal breaker. Was I asking for representation? Absolutely. Did I demand representation? Absolutely. But again, it's not a deal breaker. So it's 7:05 on B104.
Mira, iHeart acaba de enviar un texto que qué carajo estamos haciendo nosotros. Que si no es suficiente que le estamos ganando en español.
You're listening to WZZO. Cat Country.
Oh my God.
You're listening to Diamond and VJ in the morning.
El Relajo Morning Zoo.
Don't go anywhere
That's right.
because when we come back, we'll be talking about your dog.
That's right. By the way, we have a call from Ryan Seacrest. He'll be talking about the freaking Kardashians today.
Stay tuned at 10 a.m. Mario Lopez.
Oh my God.
10 a.m. Mario Lopez. Anyway.
5 for Friday today. Yes.
Remember, Tuesday's Taco Tuesday.
Oh, yeah. You're so funny, VJ.
I know, Diamond. Rise and shine.
That's right.
Jesus Christ. A veces hay que hablar inglés para que vean que uno sabe, porque es que eso es lo que pasa, que ellos se creen que ellos nos ven a nosotros como indios.
Yeah.
Ellos nos ven a nosotros como indios. Entonces, de momento uno se para y uno le habla profesionalmente, uno le habla en inglés y se sorprenden. Wow, wait, what? Oh, espérate, él está educado. Oh, espérate.
Sí, para ellos nosotros somos estúpidos, papi.
Y no, para ellos nosotros somos indios.
Yeah.
¿Qué quieren los indios estos otra vez? So, de vez en cuando hay que meterle el inglés para que ellos vean que aquí el gas pela también.
Mire, y mil gracias a todos los que fueron anoche, de verdad.
Sí, seguro,
que sí,
seguro que sí.
Porque eso los sorprendió muchísimo.
Sí, de hecho,
y sigan metiendo presión.
Yo leí esta mañana el Morning Call, yo leí esta mañana, ¿qué decían todos? A packed room last night. A packed room
Y
last
así
night.
tenemos que seguir haciendo, metiéndole la presión.
Yeah. Pero señores, por eso es que es importante que ustedes participen, por eso es que es importante que ustedes se involucren. Y ahora, recuerden, la semana que viene es la reunión del Parking Authority. Ustedes que se pasan llorando y jodiendo con el Parking Authority. Y by the way, la van a hacer en el ballroom de un hotel para que todo el mundo quepa. Ellos están esperando que tanta gente aparezca que decidieron hacerle en un ballroom. So, si ellos cogieron un ballroom de un hotel y aparecen 10 gatos y ese cuarto se ve vacío, una vez más, ¿qué va a pasar? Se nos van a reír en la cara. So, si usted se queja de que le están dando tickets 24 horas al día, si usted se queja de que todos estos tipos del Parking Authority están en la calle, robándole los chavos a la gente, la semana que viene es su oportunidad de quejarse, es su oportunidad de expresarse. So, yo espero que ese ballroom en el hotel esté lleno. La información la vamos a tener en nuestro Facebook, la información la vamos a hablar aquí en el show, so no se preocupe, que nosotros le vamos a dar todos los detalles. Pero eso es la semana que viene.
Sí, se lo estamos diciendo a tiempo,
Lo
porque
estamos
ayer
diciendo.
llegaron bastantes padres, salieron del trabajo y del mismo trabajo llegaron allí.
Absolutely.
So, usted no tiene excusa.
So, se lo estamos diciendo con tiempo. Esa reunión es a las 5, de 5 a 8. De 5 de la tarde a 8 de la noche.
Traiga agua, popcorn, porque está larga la situación. So, por si acaso, no
Traiga
se deshidrate.
traiga una bandejita de sandwichito,
Seguro,
de mezcla. Necesitamos un voluntario que traiga sandwichito de mezcla. Porque como es a las 5,
Sí,
pues
papi.
para cuando los que lleguen,
Seguro.
le vamos a traer una mesita afuera con sandwichito de mezcla. Para que, tú sabes, para que
Vamos a
piquen
hacer un
algo.
serrucho. Alguien
Sí.
trae los sandwichitos, otro el chocolate caliente.
Sí, porque te salen a las 5 de la tarde, uno con hambre, entonces uno llega allí, imagínate. So, vamos a ver si tenemos unos sandwichitos de mezcla.
Creo que la funeraria Carraquillo va a traer abanicos también, por si acaso te da calor.
Jesus Christ.
Pero ya están advertidos.
¿No te imaginas cuando la gente llega? Aquí están los sandwichitos de mezcla. Vamos a hacer como cuando vamos para Disney o para Donny Park, que en la cartera de la mujer metemos la...
Los sandwichitos en una servilleta.
Voy a llevar a María con una cartera bien grande. Si ustedes ven a María, ustedes saben que hay que estar los sandwichitos de mezcla, ¿ok? Siéntese al lado mío. Voy a dejar una silla vacía al lado mío para que ahí usted se sienta. Yo le paso por debajo el sandwichito de mezcla. Vamos a estar traficando el sandwichito de mezcla en la reunión del Parking Authority para que no tengan hambre, para que estén bien, para que estén bien, para que estén bien. Holy moly, señoras y señores, ¿qué vamos a hacer? Pero anyway, the show must go on. Coño, yo que tenía cosas buenas que decir hoy para los ricos también lloran.
Los rubios.
Digo, los rubios.
Está
los
bien,
rubios.
hoy es viernes, dale un trabín.
¿Le doy algo?
Sí.
¿Algo los rubios también lloran?
Te voy a dar espacio hoy de los chistes mongos.
De los, de los chistes
Sí,
mongos.
vamos a sacrificar los chistes mongos hoy. En vez de 3 vamos a decir 1 ya. Seguro, papi, la gente está esperando.
Lo hacemos.
Seguro,
La
si
gente del Facebook, la gente de
Los del
YouTube.
Facebook, ¿quieren
porque
los rubios también lloran?
Asamos los rubios también lloran.
Es que estamos pasados de tiempo.
Sí, estamos pasados de tiempo,
Si
muchachos.
ustedes dicen que sí, sí, si no.
Vamos a ver, encuesta relámpago. ¿Hacemos los rubios también lloran o no? Porque es que se nos acabó el tiempo, ¿Qué dice la gente? Vamos a ver. En el YouTube, en el Facebook, ¿lo hacemos o no lo hacemos? Yes, aquí están diciendo que sí, que lo hagamos. Están escribiendo, yes, please, yes. Junior Pedraza, yes. María Arroyo, yes. Figueroa, yes.
A mí me encantan los oyentes de nosotros.
Sí.
Porque alguien escribió en el Facebook
Ajá.
que la nueva superintendente debe hablar con 69 News a ver si reporta la parada puertorriqueña.
Ay, señor. Ok. Alright, ok. Vamos a hacerlo.
¡Eso
Rapidito.
Oh, yes.
Vamos a dar un palo.
Eso, sí, ¿verdad? Que se me olvidó. Tenemos
Vamos a dar un palo. Se chave el show de hoy. Aquí hacemos lo que nos dé la gana. Somos el show número 1.
Para que
se joda.
Para que sepa. Ustedes son los que mandan aquí, gracias a los productores de este show.
Alright, señoras y señores, aquí tenemos otro episodio, otro capítulo más de Los Rubios También Lloran. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Ay, papá Dios. Mira, no voy a decir mucho. No voy a decir mucho porque no tengo mucho tiempo, pero lo que voy a decir está sabroso. Atención, señoras y señores. Como dice ese gran profeta cubano, Willy Chirino, ya vamos llegando, ya vamos llegando.
I like it.
Señoras y señores, todo parece indicar, atención, atención, todo parece indicar de que ya el fiscal del distrito de Manhattan de Nueva York está listo, está preparado para meterle los cargos criminales a Donald Trump. Yes. Yes. Atención. Atención, señoras y señores. Atención, esto es lo que pasa. All right. ¿Sabes quién se volvió a reunir con el fiscal por segunda vez?
La doña esta.
Kelly Conway.
¡No vacile!
Yes. Atención. So, Kelly Conway se reunió por segunda vez con el fiscal de Nueva York. But wait. ¿Sabes quién? Trataron de meterla por la puerta de atrás, pero la vieron como quiera. ¿Sabes quién se reunió? Creo que fue ayer o antes de ayer con el fiscal de Nueva York.
¿Quién?
Fíjate, ¿cómo es que se llama? ¿Cómo es que se llama esta?
No me diga que la de Fox.
No, la de Fox, la otra de Trump, oh my God, ¿cuál es el nombre de ella? Hicks, Taylor Hicks, ¿es que se llama ella? ¿Cómo? Oh my God, ¿cómo es que se llama la mujer esta? La asistente, la mano derecha de Trump. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Hope Hicks, esa misma.
No.
Hope, ¿cómo se llama?
Hope
Hicks, que es la mano derecha de Trump. Esa fue la única empleada de Trump, de la organización de Trump, que él se trajo con él para la Casa Blanca. Lleva años con él y se la trajo de la compañía de él, se la trajo. Esa la metieron por la puerta de atrás y testificó también con el fiscal. Y el fiscal oficialmente le hizo una invitación a Trump para que también hablara con él. Le hicieron una invitación. Si usted quiere venir y dar su versión, dar su verdad, su opinión, pues está invitado. Todos los expertos, todos los abogados fiscales que he tenido la oportunidad de escuchar y leer en los periódicos dicen que cuando el fiscal le ofrece a la persona que está investigando la oportunidad de que venga y hable y se defienda, es porque está ready, listo y preparado para meterle cargos criminales.
¿Cómo? ¿Qué dice producción?
All right.
¿Cómo cuando la mujer se entera? Sí, papi, es cuando la mujer
se
entera, sí.
Prosecutors signal crime charges for Trump are likely. Oigan esto. The Manhattan District Attorney's Office recently signaled to Trump's lawyers that he could be facing criminal charges on his role for the payment of hush money to a porn star, the strongest indication yet that prosecutors are near an indictment of the former president, according to 4 people with knowledge of the matter. The prosecutor offered Trump the chance to testify next week before the grand jury that has been hearing evidence in the potential case. The people said such offer almost always indicates an indictment is close. So, cuando a ti te están investigando, según los expertos, cuando a ti te están investigando y te invitan a que vengas a
que te dan una oportunidad.
Te dan una oportunidad para que tú te defiendas, para que tú contestes preguntas.
O hagas un negocio.
Es cuando ya están ready, listos para, mira, meterte con el marrón. So, ellos invitaron a Trump a que la semana que viene, papi, ven, defiéndete, ven, contestar las preguntas, danos una razón justificada para esto y ya. Obviamente Trump no lo va a hacer.
No, he's gonna stall, pero se le va a acabar el tiempo.
He's gonna play the fifth. So, todo parece indicar, según todos los expertos que saben de esto, abogados, fiscales, jueces, dicen que esto lo que significa es solamente una cosa, que el fiscal de Manhattan está listo, está preparado, tiene el caso, ya habló con Michael Cohen, ya habló con Hope Hicks, ya habló con Kelly Conway, ya ha hablado con un montón de gente y está listo y preparado para meterle cargos criminales a Trumpito. ¿No te imaginas que la semana que viene anuncien una orden de arresto, cargo? ¡Ay! Dios santo, Señor. El domingo voy para la iglesia, el domingo. El domingo me van a ver en las, ¿cómo es? En Sacred Heart me van a ver el domingo. Si me ven en el Sagrado Corazón, no me interrumpan, que es que estoy rezándole a Dios para que lo arresten.
Mira que Ville fue a confesión esta semana. Él fue a confesión esta semana. Él fue a confesión.
So, señoras y señores, el bombazo aquí es que ya tenemos, como dije, a Hope Hicks testificando contra el gran jurado. Tenemos a Kelly Conway. Estas son las dos matatanas. Estas son la uña y mugre de Trump.
Ese es el jaque mate que...
Trump en la mano. Esta es la uña y la mugre de Trump. Y ya testificaron. Y Kelly Conway lo hizo 2 veces. Y Michael Cohen lo ha hecho 16 veces ya.
Sí, yo creo que ya él trabaja para...
Sí, yo creo que tiene un part-time.
Sí, él tiene un part-time.
Yo creo que él tiene un part-time allá adentro.
Mínimo un 1099 le van a tocar para el año que viene.
So, señoras y señores, vayan preparándose. Again, yo soy el mensajero aquí. Todo lo que yo veo, todo lo que yo leo, todos los expertos fiscales, y by the way, fiscales y abogados republicanos, diciendo, sí, le van a... Sí, no, sí, esto huele a que cuando el río suena es porque camarones vienen de camino. Cuando el río suena es porque los camarones vienen de camino. The popo is coming. The popo. Woo. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Agua, agua. Agua que me quemo.
I Trump, what you gonna do? What you gonna do
when they come for you? I Trump.
What you gonna do? Ay, señor. Fíjate lo de Hope Hicks.
Hope Hicks. Yo dije, espérate, what? Que Hope Hicks fue a testificar.
Sí, le habían hecho un... Si usted juega ajedrez, le habían hecho un check y ahora le hicieron un checkmate.
Estamos hablando de la gente que está de verdad en el núcleo, en el círculo de Trump. Kelly Conway y Hope Hicks. So, ahí está, señores. Wow. Como es viernes, tenía que terminar con noticias buenas. Con... tenía que darle, ¿verdad? Buena noticia a ustedes. Wow. So, ahí está, señoras y señores. Todo parece indicar que en las próximas semanas podríamos ver cargos criminales en Nueva York contra Trump. Y recuerden que todavía estamos esperando que la fiscal de Atlanta también decida si le va a poner cargos criminales a Trump, porque ya el gran jurado de Atlanta les recomendó que le pusieran cargos criminales. So, ahora estamos en espera de 2 fiscales, uno en Georgia y otro en Nueva York, que podrían presentarle cargos criminales. Yo creo que estos 2 están hablando. Yo creo que la fiscal de Georgia está hablando. Ok, si vas tú primero o voy yo primero. Lo hacemos en el mismo día. Yo me atrevo a decir que ya ustedes verán, a la que uno de los 2 tire el gancho, el otro no se va a quedar atrás.
Sí, no, papi, that's gonna be a 1-2 punch.
Yo creo que eso va a ser un 1-2 punch.
Y después va a venir Dominion y le va a hacer
Yo creo que esto va a ser coordinado. Yo creo que ellos van, no sé quién lo va a hacer primero, pero yo creo que lo van a hacer coordinadamente. Tú primero, yo después, yo le meto los cargos. Cuando venga aquí le cogemos la foto, la huella digital y te lo mandamos para allá de una vez. Le ofrecemos un free ride. Papi, si le meten cargos criminales, él tiene que entregarse. Él tiene que ir al booking process. Él tiene que ir para que le saquen un mugshot. Yo lo dije y lo repito. El día que arresten a Trump, ese mugshot, aquí, detrás de mí, hay un televisor, para que ustedes sepan. Detrás de mí hay un monitor. ¿Verdad que sí?
Por cierto, que nos cubre toda la pared.
Exacto. Yo tengo un monitor de 90 pulgadas detrás de mí. Yo tengo un televisor de 90 pulgadas. Ahí yo voy a poner el mugshot de Trump. Ahí es que yo lo voy a poner. ¿Ok? Aquí, bien grande, así. Y todas las mañanas cuando yo llegue aquí le voy a dar un besito. Mira. ¡Mua! ¡Mua!
Ese va a ser nuestro Tiger Woods.
Tú sabes como las abuelas le ponen velas para que protégeme el nene y toda la cuestión. Yo voy a hacer igual. La foto de él
El altar.
un altar patrón con velitas y todo, pero no para que lo protejan, pero para que lo dejen preso al desgraciado. So, there you go, people. That's what's going on.
Yeah.
That's what's going on. Todo parece indicar que el fiscal de Nueva York se está preparando, señoras y señores, para presentar cargos criminales en contra de Trump. Y en Georgia está...
Toda la mañana camino al trabajo, voy riéndome con ganas con este combo relajo. Que bien se pasa si tú quieres vacilar, el relajo y más nada, baby, yo escucho el relajo. Toda la mañana camino al trabajo, voy riéndome con ganas con este combo relajo. Que bien se pasa si tú quieres vacilar, el relajo y más nada.
La mezcla.
I am Chino. Estamos en RD, manito. Estamos en teteo feo, romo feo. What up, playback? Pitbull. The most winning. Mr. 305.
If you came to dance, put your hands in the air. And if you came to drink, put your drinks in the